10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds.
It is time for some more exciting Reddit Dota 2 League action. These are the final four playoffs of the Reddit Dota 2 League. I'm Zeron for terrible, terrible damage. This is between Team Ozone and my card Gary can't be this cute. So, we're right in the bans already. We see the Warlock ban. That has been a hero that Ozone has prioritized quite a lot in the past, and my Heart Gary Can't Be This Cute is on to them with that. Also banning out the Weaver. Elder Titan, a bit more common in the pro meta in terms of a first ban. Haven't quite seen it propagate entirely through to the RD2L and just pubs in general. Starting to make its way in. Was just watching the game. The other Final Four game between Propane and Dumb Luck, where we saw an Elder Titan pick, and then the Outworld Devourer a couple mids taken out of the equation. Now my hard carry Can't Be This Cute has the first pick here. The roads for these two teams has been long and exciting. Ozone moving on past Tiny Flightless Dragons and Baitmasters to get here 2-0 and 2-1 respectively in those matchups. My Heart Carry Can't Be This Cute going 2-0 over both Look at It Go and No Right Turn. Batrider making it through with those first four bans, and Chikabo not going to hesitate to grab that up. Darkseer in response. And then Alchemist, no messing around here. Just gonna have to check an on. That's what that was. That was my stream saying that it was going on. Ah, that was my stream. Sorry about anybody's eardrums who exploded there. I just had my stream still running to see that it came up. Was not muted. My bad there. Alright, continuing on, Lifestealer. The immediate pickup response there to the Alchemist. Well, not immediately, took a bit of time. And it seems like my microphone is a bit too high, so I'm going to take a second and correct that.
Remaining. Reserve time.
Let's see, a little lower. Okay. That ought to do it. Sorry about the initial technical issues, but we should be good to go from here on out. Rubik, the next ban out. Nothing too weird coming out, but my hard carry Can't Be This Cute. They're willing to play around, experiment, and do something different. We've seen the Axe Darkseer dual lane. We've seen them throwing out the Lich. They'll experiment. We'll see how
10 seconds remaining.
How much they want to play around here this far into the game.
Remaining. Reserve time.
So both sides not really picking up any supports as of yet. A little unusual in terms of the draft. Often see at least one support, but it's just worked out this way. These high priority heroes, Batrider, Darkseer, Lifestealer, Alchemist, all making it through.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
And then the IO. So, end of the game here in the second round will be the support pickups. Visage makes it all the way here. The targeted bans on supports, Rubik and Nyx Assassin not going to remove the Visage. And then Bane going to be grabbed by Chikabo. Bane works as both a very strong pick up against Alchemist and blocks the pick against them on the Life Stealer. We'll see how they combine that up. Naga Siren is still in the pool. That would be a great choice for either side, and I think that will be the pick out of Ozone right now. I'd be very surprised if they went with anything else.
Remaining. Reserve time.
The ensnare from Naga Siren could go right through Rage. Any sort of lockdown that goes through Magic Immunity, always good, but against Life Stealer, it's all that much better. In terms of what my hard carry can't be this cute could do in response, again, the actual support cast getting a little low. Chikobo has been a fan in the past of Bing and Mirana, so we could potentially see that combo up with the arrow. If we're going a bit more conventional, we've been seeing Lion pop up a little more in the pro scene. We've got some old school classics like Lestrak and Lena, and I'm probably missing somebody obvious, but hey. Moving well into reserve time here, and then Jakiro. So they're going to go with the Jakiro to combine up with Darkseer. That does leave the Naga open for Chikobo to draft up here. And that would just be more long duration lockdown on the Alchemist. Right now it's unclear as of where Batrider will be going, off lane, jungle, mid.
5 seconds.
Or even if they wanted to try an aggressive tri-lane with that Life Stealer, a bit unlikely against, not only against the Alchemist and Visage, but with a Bane in the equation, not typically your best aggressive tri-lane hero. Works very well defensively, but trying to set up a kill, pretty tough. And there's the Lich. We've seen it before. We'll see it again. Chikobo wants to play it. I'm not sure how they ran this before. Lich, another one that can go pretty much anywhere aside from safe lane farming. You can put him off lane, mid, or as a force support.
Dire team banned.
Now in this situation,
10 seconds.
how does it work out? It's a little wonky in terms of the combinations that they have. There's a lot of single target spells coming out from my hard carry can't be this cute, and then they've got the ult from Lich that's going to bounce around. As is, we're looking for a mid out of Ozone, and then very open on the Dire in terms of where it's going to go. Miranda does get banned, and then Queen of Pain banned out. So Timbersaw is the choice for mid. And Timbersaw can be scary, but he's not necessarily going to do a whole lot up against the Life Stealer. Well, he just has to rage and suddenly no damage on him. So he's going to really have to focus on the other heroes. But when you've got both Lasso and Fiend's Grip available to you, you can use one of those on the Timbersaw, one on the Alchemist. So they aren't limited to that one single lockdown. So they have abilities to keep Timbersaw in place and prevent him from using his Timber Chain to get away. We'll see how that ends up playing out in practice. Hopefully this last pick will clear up exactly where the lanes are going. Could be seeing a mid off lane or support as this last pick.
5 seconds.
If they're going support, I want to see a Naga. If they're going mid, no, there's a support and they go Keeper of the Light. That isn't, I don't really see the synergy there. We'll see how it plays out. As the players select their heroes and we get ready to get into the game. That'll be a mid-lich, I think, in all likelihood. We'll see if they end up sending the Batrider off lane or if it'll just go straight to the jungle and abandon off lane, which is it's a bit scary not contesting the Alchemist at all.
10 seconds remaining.
But inside the game and introducing our teams. First up, we've got My Heart. Carry can't be this cute. They'll be the Dire team. And first out of the gate, we've got random account 9321 will actually be off laning, which I got that one wrong towards mid. Chikabo going to play the Batrider. Now up top, we've got Malok playing Bane. The stand-in Blind Wrath will take up the Lifestealer, and then we got Twisted Mumbler on the Keeper of the Light, carrying a smoke on him. Sentry is held up on the Bane, and then we've got the block down here from the Lich. Going boots first. Got the wards pooled to him, but no regen pooled to him, so he has to be a little careful.
30 seconds to battle.
Those are a lot of pings. The other side just securing their jungle, but not quick enough to catch out. Random account 9321 immediately out of the fountain and down there to block it out and ward him up. Hey, pig. Right there. Whack. Little slow reaction there, taking quite a few hits. Illuminate does not hit. Still has the 2 observer wards on him. They'll back up and head back towards the lane as the creeps are spawning. The supports should stay there. Blind Wrath should just head to lane. 2 last hit. Throws down a sentry ward here in advance of the Darkseer. Don't accidentally body block your own pole camp. No, no. Oh, that was really close. Almost timed it there to body block. So for those unfamiliar with, oh, we've got a little chase up top, but not a whole lot going to come of it. For those unfamiliar with Lich offlane, Sacrifice will let you take out one of your creeps, which will pull the lane back and deny some experience from the lane. So just being able to keep the lane pulled back is the strength of the hero, because in the off lane, usually you have to contend with the opposing team, you know, balancing the creep wave back where you can't safely move into experience range. Well, Lich has his own means of dealing with that. And the weakness then is that if you get an early push, there's not really anything you can do with it. In fact, he actually helps you push early. Nightmare out, channeling the Illuminate. Will this be first blood? One more right click is enough. Twisted Mumbler with the first blood. Don't die to the creeps and tower. We'll get out of there with 33 HP. First blood up top, and will that be the signal for Hey Pig to head to the jungle, because down he goes. Checking out the scoreboard right now, Chikabo leading the way in terms of last hits. 9 last hits, 1 deny up against 7 for 1 on Jay on the Timbersaw. Hey Pig TPs to the tier 1 bottom. A little ways away from the easy camp. I'm not sure if he wants to try and make a move or what's up here. Not really sure what Hey Pig is doing. But this means free farm for Blind Wrath, which is nice, who's second on the board, 11 last hits. Jorah having kind of a tough time here, 6 last hits. Which is helped out by the sacrifice denying out those creeps, not even letting him be able to last hit them. The supports will be rotating up top. Try and make this an aggressive tri lane. Which means there's going to be nothing stopping the Lich. From denying out experience, and Darkseer really hurts for lack of experience. It's levels he really wants. He's always going to find the farm somehow, but it's why we started seeing Midas as a pickup on the Darkseer, is that the levels are just so good to get up the early level 11 for that level 2 wall. As is Jay catching up in mid on the last hits. A lot of harassment coming out, 5 stacks now for Chikabo, as the rune will be a double damage. We'll see if the rotation comes out now that the aggressive tri lane is rotated around. Level 3 on the Alchemist, it's level 4, almost 5 on Lifestealer Blind Wrath. So that's one problem. Now the lane pushing up makes it a bit harder there on the Radiant tri lane to get something done. Go want to pull that back, but they've blocked it out with a Sentry. That's a Radiant Sentry Ward. Yeah, oh, sorry, I'm mixing up my teams. Never mind me. So the Radiant Sentry Ward blocking out the camp. So that will prevent them from pulling it back as they go and check and see that it's not there. Another Sentry is available though, so he can de-ward that.
Tower is under attack.
Throwing down, and that is within range, so he'll be able to get it. There it is. Level 6 on Lich at 5 minutes, looking very good, actually almost level 7. And this will just be... Pig can't stay in this lane at this point. The spam is just going to be too much. Illuminate charging up, will hit on Project Elite. Very slow pace to the early game.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Chikabo camping the rune as he has low health out of bottle charges. Picks up an invis rune. Will rotate up toward top.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Can't bottle up more without breaking invis, but Jay is here as well, so this could go really badly. If he jumps in unknowingly, that could be a problem. They'll have to go on Jay, but that means Unstable Concoction and Soul Assumption will both be available. Oh, only level 2 on Project Lead, though. And Chikabo is just going to back off. They spotted out Jay, and they decided that's a bad idea. He's going to run back into it. He cannot shake him right now. He's going to head back to mid. They know he's there, so Mumbler, he is out too far. We'll see if it ends up costing him. Nope. Jay turns around. This throws up the ward on the high ground. Can they get the kill on Project Elite? One more right click. No, the Infest does it. The concoction goes out on Twisted Mumbler, runs into a chakram. He'll be taken down. Jay will be nightmared up. In comes random account 9321 with the ult. Two more right clicks. Not going to be available. Has to back up from there as they get back to the tower. Jay will survive behind the scenes. Does get the one pick off. But the deaths there, we have Project Leap going down, as well as Trek 2's on the Jakiro. And all that going down without Chikubo up top.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
There was really interesting movement, given that they saw... it looked like Chikubo saw Jay and decided, nope, not going in. And then the other three decided, you know what, we're going in without you. And made it work thanks to the rotation there from random count 93-21, holding back the other heroes. Now that does help out Hey Pig, having random count back on out of there. Blind Wrath has gone for the Midas. It makes me wonder if it's the right choice. It's always the question of up against an Alchemist. Do you really try and keep up with him or mitigate the effect that he can have through his Greevil's Greed? Or do you just go for, you know, earlier fighting and try and hold him down that way? Certainly not the quickest Midas, but early enough that it's not going to be too much of a problem. Boots of travel out on the Lich. The smoke and rotation, Ozone trying everything with this tri-lane moving around the map. Chikubo, can he be quick? He's seen. Firefly up. Concoction thrown out, but does not get a long charge. TP reactions from both sides, and Feeble thrown out. Not sure that was the right choice of spells there, but Holt's able to get Project Leap. Even the lasso being used, not going to get out of there. Decide they're not going to get Jorah. Take what they can get. And that's another kill on the board. Round count 93-21, a little low. Got to be careful. Throws out the ult, will only hit on Jay. Does not bounce. Unstable Concoction. And now will be brought down. Jay getting the last hit there. A little too aggressive. At low health. Extending to get off that ult, but without any bounce, is not able to accomplish a whole lot. Grabs the Invis-Rune. Chakram throws out. Almost gets him. Look out, don't run into Roshan there. Last hit board is still Blind Wrath. Up top, going on Jorah. Infest damage as well, and gets him. The levels right now, level 4 on Jorah, level 9 on Blind Wrath. Not sure there's any hero that's going to stand up to that with that much of a differential in the levels against a Lifestealer. Now back bottom. I mean, you've got, what, a level 10 Lich, level 9.5 Lich.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
This is just really tough right now. It's not the score, it's not the 6-2, it's the movement that has not worked. All that movement around the map, costing experience. However, that's the thing about experience, though. You get one good team fight win, and that can catch up very quickly. So it can make it very hard to do so, but if you manage to pull it off just once, it can dissipate almost immediately. Now the top tower gets denied. That's a nice little win there out of Ozone. And Jorah going to have to back up. Does not have his ult yet. These level 4 at 12 minutes in, these are levels that I'm familiar with playing a support role, as we see Twisted Mumbler at level 4 on the Keeper of the Light. We've got a double observer ward here in mid. A little miscommunication as they look like they went down simultaneously. 505, 504. Yeah, about 4 seconds off of each other. Ram account 9321 going on Trektus. Doesn't look like he'll have enough damage. Trying to bait out now with the unstable concoction. Long charge. Throws out the ult. A lot of damage. Does not have the mana for another Frost Blast, but doesn't matter. Right clicks will get it done. Turns it around. Doing a whole lot. Now Project Leap tries to go, but he's going to TP himself on out of there. Ice Path not in time. Diving past the tower with the double damage. Rune Tristan Mumbler. Can't stand up to that. Didn't really need the double damage. Enough burst. With the Void Stone likely going into a Yule Scepter, if anything. No, wait, just because at this point in time, not really a great time on the Bloodstone, but I guess you can just be going in for the Perseverance first. Rage away, blink in from Chikabo, misses on the lasso, but the self-stun will be able to pull Jorah back. Where's the help? Blind Wrath. There you go, open wounds. It will hold him down. Not the smoothest execution, but getting it done. At the same time, down bottom, Fiend's Grip on Haypick as the kill already out on Trek 2's. Now, another thing here about this experience advantage is that my hard carry can't be this cute. Their heroes are very good in a situation where they have a level advantage.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It can really make a difference on Lich and Bane and Batrider, even Lifestealer. And when we're talking just the first 7 levels, even Keeper of the Light, getting up that level 4 Illuminate, it's a lot of damage added in. Ice Path out on Chikabo, going after Firefly back, and will be okay. Little low, no bottle charges as the rune will spawn up in 10 seconds. He'll be looking to camp that out, hoping it's bottom. And it is not his top, that's a regen. Ward's going back up. Chikabo will still find that rune. And just all across the board, net worth, top 2, we've got the Lifestealer, Blind Wrath, and Ram account 9321. Lich has the top 2. The only one keeping up right now is Jay, who is in mid and doing all right there. So has a kill, 3 kills to his name, in fact. There's the Perseverance.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And accelerating pretty quickly here towards that Bloodstone.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Already has another 1100. Holt throwing out. Oh, the unlucky bounce there, but it goes back. He will survive, and oh, another bounce. Ends up getting Jay. I thought it was done, but I kept going. Chain Frost doing work. Gotta be careful going in tandem down tight corridors. Midas off cooldown. Midas off cooldown. There you go. The big difficulty right now is that Jorah is at level 6. It's a long way to come back. Ping's going out there on Twisted Mumbler. If they try and go on him, it could turn around quickly as we've got 2 in lane. He's backed up by Malok. Oh, but there's the chakra goes through. They burst him down instantly. Jay, too much there. As all 5 are coming with them. Little fire flying in. Chakram throwing out. Being a pain. And now getting hit by the Ancients. It's going to TP home. For a second there, I thought he TP'd just to the tier 2 tower. But that's a TP in. Going to go for the 5-man push. Chainfrost is back up. And now just going to back off. Chikabo looking for someone, anyone. But not going to find it. Ping's now going out to defend the tier 1 mid as the rotation goes there instead. Firefly is down for another 20 seconds. Jay diving deep. There goes the Chainfrost. No bounces. Bit premature there. Macropyre thrown out behind the trees, not accomplishing a whole lot. We see a blink forward. Jay caught out, lassoed, pulled back, and that's Jay down. Only casualty so far. Blinding Light pulls back Trektus, throws down the Illuminate charge. Going to move out of the way of that. Looks like this will turn into a tier 1 push for the Cuties instead. Another Ice Path going out. Dual Breath. Let's try and force out and clear out those creeps. Familiars. Stable Concoction being charged up, looking to go. Doesn't rage. They're going to keep that off cooldown, saving it for quite a long time, getting hit by spells repeatedly. Mechanism has been used, so it won't, if the fight breaks out here, it won't be available. Low mana there on Lich, needs another sacrifice. He has it off cooldown, but hasn't been able to get one off. Another Ice Path hits on Blind Wrath. Sacrifice is used. Though you gotta keep in mind that is a bit counterproductive when you're trying to push. Blind Wrath being aggressive here, very deep. Ice Path to hold him back. He still has rage available. Now the fight goes. And will back off. Nobody else is there. Blind Wrath in a lot of trouble. Gets stunned up. Ice Path at the same time. In comes the Chainfrost. Back off a cooldown. Doing massive damage. Blinding Light as well. 2 go down instantly. Down goes the pig. 3 down. Chikabo very low but will survive. Next level baits. Blind Wrath. Getting very deep. Caught out as rage ran out. Not able to bring him down though with the spells, and then grouped up too much. Chainfrost doing work. Very hard to push against the Timbersaw, but looks like they will be able to get this tier 1. Gonna try and snipe the deny with the familiars. Does get it. stuns miss. Now a blink dagger out on random account 9321. Scoreboard right now, 15,000 in experience advance, 10,000 in goal. Jorah looks to be working toward a maelstrom. This is item choice level 8 right now. Still very low relative to everybody else. Level 14 on random account. 15 now, in fact. Still top 1 and 2. Lifestealer and Lich. Haste Rune up top. Chikubo not going to be bottling that one up. I'd like to see Blind Wrath go take that. Familiars go and scout it out. But they'll just deny it instead. His path misses, and random account going on the aggressive once again. Does use Chain Frost. I was looking for it. Lasso goes out, pulling back Haypig. Blinks out of the way of the ice path. Actually aggressively forward. They're able to bring down Haypig, but will it get turned around? Project Lead is there. He uses the Grave Chill. Pulling him back. Out of mana is random account. Soul Assumption as well, but so tanky. Will survive through Macro Pyre. Only does a little. And they're still trying to be aggressive here as Blind Wrath comes in with the Rage. Brings down Trektus. Project Lead in trouble now. Gets out the Frost Blast. Able to bring him down. And that's 3 more kills. 19-5.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Loses a familiar, and those were already on cooldown, so 2 minutes without both familiars.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Immediate smoke up after the tower goes down. I wonder if that was a little too early. I believe Vision was still there. Ping goes out as he comes out of smoke to attack the creeps. They know a smoke happened. If they didn't see it with the tower, they certainly saw it with that. Blink forward, Frost Blast, but he's just getting hit by the tier 2 tower.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They need to back. Well, Chain Frost is up in 5 seconds. Basher is available, and another 3,000 gold on Blind Wrath. Okay, with him this far out, this is very aggressive. Just throws out a casual Chain Frost. Bounces off the creeps. It's gonna keep them on their toes. 60-second cooldown though at level 3. She didn't really know the cooldowns there on Chain Frost. You know it came down that much of a differential from level 1 to 3, but level 16. Much more spammable. Wonder if that will catch them off guard, because it's 25 more seconds, a nice blink away to avoid the ice path. Yeah, these prolonged... Like, this is everybody here, bottom. all sharing less than a full creep waves of experience. Chikabo with the infest, looking to make it happen. Can see. Where's the Firefly? Waiting it out, looking for a key target. Jay is there. I think that will be the target. Blink in. There's the lasso, not on Jay. He lassoed a creep. Misclick there. They're still able to get Hey Pig. Blind Wrath behind the action. Brings down Jorah as he was stunned out with the Basher and self-stun. Up top, we see Trek 2 is being brought down by Chikabo and Random Account. That's 4 for 0, and a Tier 2 will be the prize won there. 4 by heart, Gary can't be this cute. 23 to 5. And it may all be over but for the Racks.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
There's been virtually no let up here out of the cuties. It's been consistently ahead the entire game. The only as we see an ice path out on Blind Wrath. Wall thrown down as well. Vacuum in on 2, along with the whole creep wave. Still no rage out of Blind Wrath. He just does not want to rage. And he gets brought down for it. Ramacount with the mech in time to save himself. Could turn this around and get a kill on Hey Pig. Ramacount looking to reinitiate. Still has Chain Frost. Now 2 Force Staffs on the side of the Radiant, on the Dire that is. Saying before was the only one little blip that it looked like Ozone was gonna kind of earn back a little ground was when they had the 2 kills here for free in the jungle. So one little step in the right direction. But I haven't been able to accomplish a whole lot beyond that. Just very effective, constant aggression out of the cuties. And now they're going to grab up Roshan. And once they have an Aegis, that will be their cue to push down a set of racks. Looks like they'll be able to spot this out in time, but not going to be able to do anything about it. Needs to sell off his TP scroll so he can grab that Aegis. A little late, you want to do that immediately. You want to be able to pick that up immediately. Actually sells the wand, holds on to the TP. 2,200 gold on Twisted Mumbler. So in 30 gold, that could be a 3rd Force Staff on the field. Full Abyssal Blade. Armlet with an Aegis. You see the net worth? That's double anybody else on the field. Open wounds out on Jay. Abyssal was used, but not nearly enough. As we actually have a kill there from Chikabo. They lose the tower, get the kill. Nightmare out on Jay. Malok, gotta be careful here. Still has Brain Sap. 4 staffs forward. You want to stay on him. Fiend's Grip is up in 5 seconds. Mana Leak, very nice. Fiend's Grip, 3, 2, 1, no! Reinforcements are there and it'll be brought down. Nobody else helping out. This is supports chasing around Jay. Recall out on Blind Wrath. They will be able to get a tier 1 mid as well, so here we start to see a bit of a pullback. Strange timing considering that the Qs just lost this got Aegis. But another kill down bottom. Chikabo taking a lot of damage, able to force staff away and goes up the hill. Random count. Throws out the Frost Blast. Tries to blink. That does not disjoint that. Lasso out on Hey Pig. Not going to accomplish anything. No follow-up. And then being a bit aggressive here without the support coming. But Blind Wrath is coming behind the action. Can Chickabo hold out? Concoction on all the way up. But here comes Blind Wrath in. Gonna clean up. Hey Pig. First to go down. Next up, the Abyssal Blade out on Jorah. Gonna have to open wounds. No, the Infest. And then one more right click. And that's 3 down. Where is Jay running behind the scenes from the action? Trektus is back at the tier 3. Blind Wrath gets the tier 3. Buyback from Chickabo. Recall on him. Firefly back. Looking to blink Lasso. Project Leap is down. Where can he find? There's Jay with the haste for Blake in. Lasso does get Jay. Gets iced up though. 4 staff back. Can they bring him down? Abyssal Blade was not back up, but they're able to bring him down anyway. Hey Pig gets nightmared. There's the Rage. Gonna try and go on him. Able to burst him down as well. Twisted Mumbler gets low. Dual Breath. Jay also Timber Chains in. Not able to get him, but the Chakram going through may get random account here. Blind Wrath getting low as well. Still has the Aegis. Unstable Concoction brings down random account. 93-21. There goes the Aegis as well. Chickabo getting low. Jay chasing after him. Firefly off the edge of the map. Up comes Blind Wrath. Going to bring down Hey Pig. Now focusing on that melee barracks bottom. Unstable Concoction will stun him out. Doing quite a lot of damage. That's what Visitors can do. Does scale well even without a whole lot of items. Only level 1 on the Familiars though. Used to resummon. And I believe they both got killed as well, so no birds left. There's the racks down, and they're gonna call it GG. My hard gear can't be this cute. Just dominating all the way through, getting an early advantage and not letting go. 35-10 your final score. And really this one all came down to the laning. First blood up top made that lane a nightmare. Down bottom, weren't able to accomplish anything against the Lich, so he held down the levels of the tri-lane. They tried rotating out. That didn't work, and that was pretty much it. Too far behind at that point. As my heart Gary can't be this cute, not going to give up an advantage like that. Game 1 of this best of 3 going the way of TC. Game 2 coming up in just a moment.